I'd like to welcome on the Frogs FHTV for the first time, reigning ARB Australian Class 6 champion Lachlan Campbell with GRC Motorsport. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks, Toby. How are you?
Going well. Firstly, mate, congratulations on your run over the past few seasons. It's been great to watch. You must be pretty wrapped with how things have gone so far.
I've been absolutely stoked, to be honest. Quite frankly, grown up around the sport, watching it. So, to get to the point where you're lining up against people that you've grown up watching, it's pretty cool. And to come away with the results that we have over the past couple of years is just, can't complain.
You've had many highlights, mate. 2023 New South Wales outright champion in your first full season in the car. You had a strong 2024, and then last year, of course, third outright, first in class in ARB Australian Championship. Is there any results that stand out, mate, or it's just all been pretty pleasing?
It sounds good when you say it like that. There's been a few standout ones. Probably Rainbow last year has got to be a standout for me. First, the Maverick R, just hadn't even driven it until Saturday morning, and then to go and prologue top 10 and finish top 5 for the weekend was just unreal. So couldn't have thought of a better start in the Mav R than that. And then at state level, honestly, just a bit of everything, even just little things like lining up at Milberdale on Sunday morning. Like I said, I've been there since I was a kid growing up watching it. So simply just being amongst it was pretty cool for the most part. But when you get a good national result for your first time, like we did at Rainbow, it was pretty special.
This weekend, you're competing at the 2026 Waikerie Riverland Enduro, round 2 of the ARB Australian Championship for this year. Last year, you finished first in class and 9th outright down there. What are you expecting this time around, mate?
Probably much the same, I reckon. It's not really a Can-Am track, as I'd love it to be. It's good fun. I love the short course there, but we're just going to, chip away, do what we do. We're going to try and obviously aim to be top of our class. That's about all we can do.
Yeah.
And then as far as the outright goes, we're just going to have to do our best and see where we end up, because we're not going to be hunting down any of the big boys in the trophy trucks or the turbo buggies. That track is pretty wide open in spots and it's hard to catch them. But simply just a better year than last year would be nice. Just get into a better rhythm. Track's looking like it should hold together a bit better. Hopefully suit us, especially with four-wheel drive last year. Having the track break up and all you could hear was just noise under the car from rocks being thrown everywhere. Just a good clean run, and we'll end up where we end up. But the club's got some good conditions down there. I've been speaking to a couple of the members earlier this year, and they're very passionate about their off-road. So to see them have the track in good conditions, the pits are actually grass this year, which I thought was crazy. Just to have it in better conditions. Hopefully the club has a great weekend, and then hopefully the track stays together. So it will help us just look after the car a bit more, and it might become a bit more fun where we can push the car in certain spots where we couldn't last year. It'll be a fun weekend, no doubt.
And your 2026 season started well at the Gap 440 back in March down at Hillston and finished second in class, 7th outright. Tell us a bit about your run down there.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad run by any stretch. I was a bit on me on the Saturday. I was a bit slow. Just obviously, I only drive this car 4 times a year, and had 4 or 5 months out of the car from Pines last year to Hillston. So it was a big gap not driving. So Saturday was just rusty on my part, unfortunately. Sunday was good. Sunday we just had fun and got into a good groove. And it's an awesome track down there. I just absolutely love it. It was awesome racing as well. We had, I think it was Ali, Tickner, Conroy, Comiskey and us. We were all within a couple minutes of each other. And we were all conditions in terms of lap times every lap. So it's just one of those tracks that just suits everyone. And it was a good result. Would have loved to have had a better Saturday. We could have capitalised on our Sunday pace, but it is what it is. Good fun, quality racing. What more can you ask for?
That was a remarkable way to start the ARB Australian Championship. You finished behind your GRC teammate Conroy Devine down at Hillston, who purchased your old Maverick R that you campaigned last year. I'm sure you're looking forward to getting one up on him at Waikerie, mate. But he's a bit of a speedster.
Oh, he's quick. He's going to be hard to catch. But yeah, I was like, if there's anyone I'd come second to, it'd be Conroy in our old car. That is an awesome car. We had a few regrets selling it, but it is what it is. We wanted to maybe try and get something a bit fresher for this year. So, but he's got a great car. He's a great driver. So any time that we can run close to him or beat him, we know we're on the pace. So, it's good to see the old car doing well. Like I said, this weekend we're just going to give it our best and we'll try and get that number one spot. If not, second to Conroy is never a bad spot to be. We do have a new 2026 car on order, but it wasn't going to be here till mid this year. So when we sold the car to Conroy, we ended up getting a car that was crashed out of the auctions. And obviously we do a lot of work to these cars before they race ready. So it wasn't much for us at the point that we stripped them down to just fix what was wrong with it. And yeah, if you look closely, you can still see a little bit of evidence that she was, not quite as loved in a past life. But yeah, the car's all good. It's been really good to us so far. And yeah, it's just nice to have something fresh. And yeah, we'll see how she goes for the rest of the year.
And off the track, mate, what are you doing with yourself these days? I know you're back in Sydney working at GRC Motorsport in the workshop and still at uni?
Yeah, still doing uni, studying law at the moment still, so just chipping away at that, spending about 4 days a week in the workshop and then having to do some uni stuff and catch up. And it's been really good being home. We've got Jake, young apprentice in the workshop, so him and I are working really well together, and then with Dad as well. It's like all three of us are always coming up with some new ideas that we want to implement or better ways to do things. So everything around here has just kind of been evolving from going strength to strength. So no, it's been really good being back. Obviously being around the race cars a bit more often as well, rather than driving back and forth from Armidale and Sydney to work on. So no, it's been good and very relaxing.
And you have a lot of people in your corner, mate. Who would you like to thank for getting you to the start line again this weekend at Waikerie?
Obviously have to start with Mum and Dad. They've obviously been backing me since day one, so great. And Dad's alongside me again this weekend, so we've been working well so far and we'll keep doing that. Obviously DeWalt, they've come on board this year and they've been unreal. They've just made everything so much easier at the track, having the right tools for the job. It's just a life changer having a good quality toolbox and tools that you're not stressing, running around looking for anything. Andrew's Race Cars, they've been helping us out and they supply all our materials, so thanks to them we build these cars to the highest standards that we would like to, and they just supply the best material so we can do that. And obviously the whole family, Jake, Warren in the workshop, everyone who puts in work behind the scenes, it's just it's non-stop and it's constant effort from everyone, so just a big thank you to the whole crew.
And it's late Wednesday afternoon, mate. You got a race to be at. What's the plan? Heading off tomorrow morning straight into South Australia?
Yeah, we'll be hopefully watching Origin at the pub tonight. Get enough packing done. But the truck's almost finished getting packed with parts now. We just got a shipment of parts come in yesterday, and then car's good to go. It'll just be a case of putting the car in the truck and double checking, triple checking we've got everything. Tomorrow morning we'll be South Australia bound and hopefully on Waikerie Friday morning in time for recce.
Very good, mate. Always a pleasure talking to you. Thanks for joining me on Frogs Hollow TV this afternoon. Congratulations again on your terrific run of form over the last few years, and good luck to you and the team at Waikerie for the rest of 2026.
Thank you, Toby. Thanks for having me.
No worries. There he is, young gun Lachlan Campbell.